So I'm back with Rocio. Rocio, it's been about a couple weeks since I talked to you last. How have you been in that time?
Good. Can't complain.
Okay.
Just
You're in the process of moving?
yes.
Okay, how's that going?
It's bumpy, but it's getting done.
Okay. And have you heard at all from Migs?
No, I have not talked to him. I've messaged him, but I haven't got an answer. I did get a call from the lady from Crossroads. She finally got him scheduled, and she said that when they pick him up, that they release him. They will only release him if she's there or to her. They won't just release him.
Okay. So the jail won't release him on his own. She has to go pick him up. A representative from Crossroads.
It has to be her.
Okay, got it. So, you haven't talked to him, but I hope he's ready, huh?
He says he is. He's told me, and I told him, I know that, you might relapse. I just need you to keep in mind that I'm here for you, and don't give up. Keep trying. And he says, no, Tia, I promise. I go, promise me that you're going to put all your effort. And if you do relapse, you're going to reach out, and you're not going to stay in that situation where, I relapse, I'm going to stay here. He goes, no, Tia, I'm not. I'm going to do good. I'm going to work. I want to do good. I'm like, good. I'm here for you. And he was excited. I'm hoping that things do go well, because he can't leave the rehab center until he completes those 3 months.
It's a 3-month program?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's good, because he'll be detoxing. I'm sure this time that he's been in there, I'm sure he hasn't been using. That's not to say that there isn't, drugs in the jail. There are, but let's, assume positive intent, give him benefit of the doubt that he stayed away from that stuff, because that stuff tends to be expensive, right? It's not just cheap in there.
He told me, I go, you're not using in there, are you? Hell no, Tia. Each bill's $100 here. I pay no $100 for a bill. I'm staying sober.
Wow, they're expensive. Wow.
Yeah, because I'm not going to pay $100 for a pill.
My goodness.
I'm like, yep, no one's going to give you money to pay for a pill. He goes, no, I'm not going to do it. One pill's not going to do nothing for them.
Yeah, they need more, huh?
Yeah, you need at least $1,000 just like for 2-3 days.
Wow, that's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard from Carla?
No, nothing. I've been wondering how she's doing, and I drove around, and people have told me they've seen her, but I've been around the areas just to make sure she's okay. I want to know that she's okay, or maybe see if she's hungry, but I had no luck. I just want to know that she's okay.
So you just want to know that she's okay. I haven't heard from her. It was around that time that you talked to her, that I talked to her. That was the last time that I interviewed her. So hopefully she's okay. I'm going to try to find any information that I can as far as, has anybody seen her, heard from her? But she's out there, and we just hope that she's okay, right? That she's staying safe, and they have a plan. When Migs gets out, he has to have a plan to get better. 3 months in a treatment center, or a rehab, not out there on the streets for Carla.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the situation kind of is messed up. Where she was in detox, she was at your place. She just had to stay clean, stay good, so that when he gets out, boom, they have a head start.
Yeah.
Because he's getting out early because he's supposed to go to a program. If he leaves that program early, guess what Crossroads is going to do? They're going to call the judge and say, hey, judge, that deal that the court made with Migs, he just violated it because he left God knows where. We think he went out to the alley to go rescue his girlfriend, Karla. That's a possibility. Do you see that happening?
Yeah, and they told him that if he does violate, they're going to put him in prison, and he said he doesn't want to go to prison.
The difference between jail and prison is that everybody in jail is only going to do less than a year, 364 days or less, right? They got sentenced to under a year, or they're waiting their court date. It's the only reason why you're in jail, because it's your sentence is,
Awaiting.
yeah, less than a year. Like say something, you got convicted for theft or for probation violation, and okay, the judge is gonna sentence you to 6 months. You're gonna go to jail. You're not gonna go to prison. Prison is when it's anything over a year, 365 days plus a day or more, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 20 years. That's prison. That's big boy status, right? He wants to avoid it. He's never been to prison.
Yeah, he has. He told me he has. I think. Yeah, he did a year once. I didn't even know that.
He did a year in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, yeah, he told me he'd never been to prison, but I mean, it's possible. So he's lucky that these judges are very lenient with him. Let him in, let him out, let him in, let him out,
I don't understand the system.
The system sucks. It's faulty. That's why, the system doesn't really care about people. It seems like if they really cared about him, they would mandate. They wouldn't ask him, hey, Migs, do you want to make a deal? Be like, dude, you're going to do this, If you don't, you're going to go to prison. You've been to prison already? Okay, no more jail for you. You're going to go to prison. 2 years, 3 years. He needs that because at least he's in there off the streets, hopefully not doing blues.
Yeah, and it's just like they're making... I feel like the system's just making a joke out of itself towards everybody that's committing crimes, that's going in and out of jail. It's like, oh, I'm just going to be out. And instead of gaining respect and making them fear them, is like, oh, whatever, I'm just gonna do this. So the system's a joke to them, and it's just affecting the system and the people out there, because they end up dead, overdosing, and the system isn't taken serious.
It's a lot of judges aren't judges. They're just more activists. They're more political than they are doing their job. So he needs a judge that's really gonna hold him accountable.
Yeah.
For everything he's been doing, and just give him real time so he can really think about his future. Last night at about midnight, there was somebody was shoplifting at a store, convenience store, in that neighborhood where Migs and Carla used to be at. They were there for some time, and so the guy was chased by the police, and he shot at the police, and the police's aim was better, and that guy is no longer among us, right? He passed away. I'm gonna go down there in a little bit, and I'm gonna go see if I run into Carmen, if I run into Nick, if I see anybody. Nick. White kid Nick, tall white kid. He used to hang out with Karla and Migs. He's 19 now, I believe. 19? Yeah, he's 19. He's about to be 20. I met him last year when he turned 18.
I don't know the people that they hang around with.
Yeah. I saw him about 2-3 weeks ago after he spent a long time in jail as well. So I'm gonna go. Hopefully, it's nobody that I know that I've interviewed. That would really suck, But I'm gonna go see, try to find the identity of who that was, just so we all know. But this lifestyle leads to consequences, right?
Yeah.
Whether you lose your life or or get locked up.
It just takes your life away. Like you're practically handing over your life to a substance that isn't doing anything but destroying you in every way possible, and you don't even own your own life.
No.
It's sad. I just don't understand. I've explained it to Carla, and she gets it. And like, I get that. Yeah, her addiction. I just wish that she is able to get past this. And I want her to know if she ever needs anything, she can reach out, no matter what it is. I'm not mad at her. I'm not. I just worry about her.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is that she watches these videos, even though she's, I haven't talked to her, but I'm sure she watches these videos, and what message do you want to tell her if she watches this?
That I care about her, that I do worry about her, and for her to reach out. not to be afraid to ask for help. I rather know that she came and asked me for help than, you know, avoiding to reach out and something bad happen. It doesn't cost anything to help her. I just wish she would just reach out. That's it. I just want to know that she's okay. I really do want to know that she's okay.
You've told me numerous times that she's a good person, a good kid. She has a good heart.
She does.
She's just lost. She doesn't know how to say sorry. She doesn't know how to say, "Can you please help me?" She's not familiar with that. Whether it's a learning disability, mental health issues, emotional issues,
rejection.
rejection from the people that should have loved her a long time ago. Maybe this is self-preservation. This is how she survives, from not being hurt again.
She shuts herself out of the world, and it's not healthy. I told her she just doesn't know how to face things and say, you know what, I told her, the best thing that you can do is apologize, and you know what, you did what you had to do. You know what, I'm sorry. All I can do is apologize. Honestly apologize. It's up to them to accept it or not, but you need to feel good about yourself and say, okay, I messed up, I'm sorry. All I can do is apologize. And I understand if you don't accept my apology, I'll respect that. But I do want to apologize to you. Or if she feels she made a mistake, if there's no wrong way to apologize when you really feel it. Just move forward. Don't hide from your mistakes.
Yeah. People ask me all the time, Art, do you think they'll ever get clean, Migs, Carla? And I say, you know what? I don't think that far ahead with people in addiction. Obviously, I hope they do. I want them to. That's my desire, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's my wish. But they have to work towards that.
They have to want it.
They really want it, yeah.
They have to actually sit down and contemplate a future and see themselves better. And like I said, before she told me, Rocio, I never expected to be living this. I never thought I would be living the way I'm living or here. I thought my life was going to be out in the streets. I would never expected that you would come and bring us and take us out of that world. So that's why I know that's something she doesn't want. She wants out. It's just she doesn't know how. She's very vulnerable when it comes to her addiction. She doesn't, if it's there, she won't think about it. She'll just do it. And then when she does it, she starts thinking about, like, I messed up on this, and she hides. And it's just, I don't know, she needs to really contemplate what she really wants in order to be able to stabilize her life.
Absolutely. That's what she needs to do, and Migs as well. That's a good plan, a good program that the judge has given him. Get out early, right, to do a 3-month program.
Yeah.
I really hope that he goes through with it, because the consequences are going to get severe, right?
Yeah. It feels good to talk to him and know that, you're actually speaking to him and you're getting through to him, and you guys can actually have a conversation that's heading somewhere and not be like. I'm like,
right.
One more like it, I'm gonna go crazy.
The interview I did when he was in there, the subscribers, people in the comments are like, man, he speaks clearly. He's more coherent. He sounds logical. He's able to reason, and there's no like where he's like, when he does it's because repetitive, he's thinking about what his next phrase, his next he's gone right there, right?
His brain isn't focused. It's right. Just thinking about everything. He's thinking about his next move, and he's forgetting he's talking about something important. So he tries to find what he was saying, and he comes out with something else.
Right. Yeah, it's all jumbled, right? And that's drugs, right? It's a drug life right there. Not sleeping, not eating, and blues. Yeah, it tends to do that with him and a lot of other people. So Rocio, thank you very much for the update. I just want to see how you're doing. If you had heard from these two, if I hear anything, I'll give you an update. If you hear anything, you give me an update, and we'll just keep ourselves updated, and we'll go from there. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, I will. I mean, I drive around. I met some other girl yesterday actually, and she was on 43rd and in Cano, and I seen her, and she looked really sad. And I go, "Are you okay?" "I'm just going through something. Do you need a ride?" She goes, "Yeah," and I gave her a ride, and she felt like she needed to vent out. So I sat down and I talked to her for a while, and I let her vent. And she goes, thank you so much." I go, "You're welcome. I'll be driving by to see how you're doing." And it's like there's so much people out there that just need to be heard sometimes and be treated like they're human. You can tell that she felt awkward, like for a woman just come and say, "Are you okay? You need a ride," and have the trust to put her in her car and take her where she needed to go without looking down on her. She felt, you can feel that she felt grateful. And I go, "No, you're fine. Come on, I'll take you." She looked tired, but I was talking to her, and I mentioned you. I'm like, I know this guy. He helps people. I'm supposed to meet her today to talk to her because I talked to her about you. I go, "There's help out there if you want it." She goes, "Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe you can give me the information." So, I mean, I help a lot of people, but if I have the opportunity, I will send them directly to you.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, no, I'm sure that made an impact on her. You can't save the world, but maybe you saved her by just talking. Sometimes people just need, to be heard, right?
Yeah.
So, Rocio, thank you very much. We'll talk very soon, okay?
Okay.